Welcome to Season 2 of Conversations That Matter. Starring William Hussey, 365, Dr. Jean Blackman, and Dominique Davis. The place where meaningful dialogue creates change. Sit back, grab a snack, and join us for a conversation that truly matters.
What up? How y'all doing on this beautiful Sunday? Welcome to another episode of Conversations That Matter, man. I'm your man, William Hussey, 365.
I'm Big 22, Dominique Davis, Jean Blackman.
You already know.
Yep.
And this is Conversations That Matter, y'all. Today's topic is
Goooo.
The evolution of modern day hip hop. The curse. Is it a cult? Is it a curse? Or is the culture going anywhere? Or we just influencing ourselves with negativity? Is it something in it?
For sure.
Is it a blessing or a curse? So let's talk about it, y'all. So let's get on into it, man. What y'all guys think about the era of hip hop now?
Me personally, I think hip hop and rap they coincide, but they're two different things. I think hip hop is a culture, and rap is the reflection of the culture. And that's just my opinion. Hip hop is a way of life, and rap is just a mirror of that way of life.
Got you. I like that. What about you, Doc?
And based on your beliefs, do you include R&B into the hip hop genre?
It definitely has evolved into it because you got trap R&B. Yeah, and it's a culture.
I like that. Trap
you got
R&B.
your Bryson Tillers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna even say Rich Homie Quan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. And I know he's a rapper, but it's trap rap. I mean, it's trap R&B. Chris Brown, trap R&B.
Right. Okay.
More so not love making songs, but just what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So Big Dog, what's your question again? About hip hop? I went to Guilford County schools, man. Y'all have to forgive me.
Well, I'm gonna just start off with with the difference between hip hop and rap, and where you think the state of hip hop is right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Nick on that. Hip hop is bigger than just rap. Rap is a part of hip hop. So is fashion.
Right.
So is lingo.
Come on now.
So hip hop is a culture in its totality, whereas rap is a part of it. It fits into
the hip hop.
Yeah,
got you. Okay, it's birthed through hip hop, kind of, sort of. No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think hip hop, kind of the culture of hip hop kind of arrived after rap, came through, and
point.
I think rap became bigger than what they initially thought it would be, and then I think that it was the leader in creating the whole culture because rappers started becoming influencers, and because they started becoming influencers, their style, their their lingo and the way that they were talking and all of that stuff,
right.
You know what I'm saying, became a culture, and then you had hip hop being born.
Right.
Okay, I think it's the around. I think
let's talk about it.
You're right. I think hip hop was before rap. I think hip hop was
the culture.
The culture. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that was jive. That was jive.
That was
jive,
that's
brother.
hip-hop.
That was jive.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Look at breakdancing.
Yeah,
breakdancing. That's hip hop.
But breakdancing was still after rap. You got to remember, rap started in the 70s.
Rap started in 1973. Now we didn't catch on to it until the later 70s, but it actually started in 73.
Correct. But what I'm saying to you is, we had the jive, you know what I'm saying, my man jive, you know what I'm saying, the afros and all of that. You know what I'm saying? In the 70s, it started to fade out, and that's when rap started to really influence our community, and then you created what we call hip hop culture. I feel like that really grew up in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like
It-
really
it-
did
it-
his thing in
we,
the
we
80s.
caught on to it in
But
the
that
80s.
jive was before that era before that. You know what
But
I'm saying?
it's like music and TV are the reflection of the streets, and the streets are the reflection of movies and TV. They say the movies copy the streets, but the streets copy the movies. Same thing with rap. So same thing with music. We wouldn't have nothing to rap about if we didn't have a reflection of it in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You both got a point.
So,
I like this. Y'all get heated. I can't speak on the 70s because I went in the 70s. So that's why I'm learning from what Doc talking about. But I'm kind of like with you. I was more on hip hop being born. You know, the MC turntables, breakdancing, graffiti, like the Dougie Fresh, even before Dougie Fresh. I know you can name some groups before him, but that's that era. Ron DMC, all that. That's when I look at it as more of MCing and hip hop.
That's when it began to become a culture that took on its own, you know, who had
Right.
its own
Agree.
identity.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
During
Yeah, I
that
feel you
era.
on that. So I'm
You know
learning
what I mean?
something. And what was that day when hip hop was started again, bro?
1973.
Ooh, you better talk.
Rap,
talk.
not hip hop, but rap.
When was hip hop born? What's
Well,
is it a
hip hop
date
is
on that, or
culture.
is
It's hard to put a date on that
Yeah.
because it's kind of like you know what I mean. Like you look up and it's like, dang, yo, like this thing is a culture now. It's not just rap. It's a culture now, and now.
Got you.
It's like when did Neo Soul start?
Right.
That's a good one.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It
But
kinda
after
birthed
a
out of
while,
nowhere.
it was just like, man, this is a culture.
It became
Right.
bigger
You
than
know what I'm
life.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a culture, and then we're gonna call this culture Neo Soul.
Right.
Right,
know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Now you're
So-
right.
Yeah, so
I
I
agree
think
with
that's
that.
what happened with hip hop.
So let's go to the next
agree
one.
with that.
Why is rap music so competitive?
Willie, me, you go
no,
first.
no, go ahead, bro.
I think it go back to the early 1600s. I think rap music is
Oh,
so
wow.
competitive because black people are so competitive. I
Mm.
think rap is so competitive because the Willie Lynch syndrome.
Come on, brother.
To be
Yeah.
philosophical, you know what I'm saying? Because we were made to compete against each other. You know what I'm saying? Well, we were programmed to compete against each other.
So it's bigger than just hip hop culture or rap culture. It's the black
It's the
culture.
black culture, yeah. That's why
Because like you said in the notes, you said it ain't no other genre of your music competing.
no other genre of music. You don't see Garth Brooks versus or Billy Ray Cyrus on,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, versus TV.
Yeah.
You don't
it's our
see
people.
Miley Cyrus versus Taylor Swift, but you will see the Locks versus Dipset or DMX versus Snoop Dogg, Gucci versus Jeezy. That's
Yeah.
only black. That's
Yeah.
only. It's not just. I don't want to blame that on rap.
But you got to go back to the beginning of hip hop. It was always freestyle battles, though, right?
Yeah, it was battles. Yeah,
It was always. I think that's in our culture. I think that's part of the culture.
That's part of our
Competitive.
culture.
Yeah, yeah,
It-
yeah.
It's to compete.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do you think that's hip hop or rap when it comes to the battle rapping? Even though rapping is in it.
Well, no,
In the title.
it's hip hop. But I will say this. Me and Neek, we kind of bump heads on a lot of things.
Pause.
Oh, we know.
But
No diddy.
but I will say I do agree with you that we have been conditioned, and we can go back to the Willie Lynch to make issues of our differences.
Right.
And so when we had the opportunity to rap and people have differences, sometimes the differences could be, you know, especially being that it started in New York. What borough are you from?
Right,
you know,
right.
I'm from Brooklyn, you're from Queens. So whatever differences we have, we've been conditioned to like kind of beef about it. Mine is better than yours. We do it here too.
Yeah,
Phillips Avenue is better than the South Side.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
North Side, South Side, East Side, all that. We do it in every, you know what I'm saying, aspect
Everything.
of, you know what I mean? So
Even sports.
So hip hop took on that, you know what I mean? That,
Gotcha.
and made a sport out of it though.
Mhm.
Right. A contact sport.
Yeah, but see, initially it wasn't any physical or balance behind it. It was just kind of like a sport for credit, you know what I'm saying, for juice or
Juice,
whatever,
I like that.
you know what I'm saying, whatever
Mhm.
the case may be. I think at some point it took a turn, and the competition, you know, became a little more violent, a little more personal,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and things of that
Mhm.
nature. Versus, you know, we used to say stuff back in the like 80s. If it was battle rap, you know, you used to say something to get laughs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Or
more
whatever.
of a roast back then.
Right.
Now, you know what I'm saying, cats like they going in. You
Oh,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it's
I think
different.
that kind of started like in the 90s, maybe late 80s.
Well, gangster rap. I think gangster rap was the first drill music without the title drill music.
Right.
It was gangster rap. You know, like you said, it started in New York, and it was more swag. And
See,
who
when
got
I
the
think about
juice.
gangster rap, first group is NWA.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So I don't even think it was gangster rap in New York. I could be wrong.
No,
but
right.
I think the West Coast came with that gangster rap. And like you said, but when was drill music started? You had some dates on that.
Drill music was actually established in 2010.
2010.
Now we didn't catch a wave to drill music until Chief Keef came. That was late 2012 with that shit I don't like. But the drill rap actually started in 2010.
Okay, now let's bring it down south. When did the snap music start?
Snap music started in 2001. That was with the Franchise Boys.
Franchise White Tee.
In my white tee. Now snap music didn't live long, but it had its wave though.
It had its wave.
It had its wave. So it was Franchise Boys with White Tee. Then you got D4L.
Right.
All that was the.
Okay, let me ask y'all guys. So since we breaking it down south, now before we get to snap music, what would you call an Outkast, a Goody Mob, a Killer Mike, a Big Boy, Andre 3000? What would you call Atlanta back then? Before the trap, before the snap, was it just hip hop? Because the South didn't even get no love. You remember Andre at the awards saying,
y'all ain't got no love for the South.
Yeah. And the West Coast wasn't getting no love,
Well,
you know what I mean, at one point in time.
Andre 3000 actually said that at Apollo. At Apollo Theater.
Okay.
Now the West Coast said that when they came to New York for the Source Awards.
Source Awards, right.
Yeah.
So what genre of music do you think that was? Was that just straight up hip hop, South rap? What you think?
Me personally, I think that was just raw rap. Because I never heard Outkast kill nobody in their rhymes or nothing. And it was good music. It was good music back then.
Soul food music.
Yeah, it was soulful.
I do think though, like when they all came out, you started saying, okay, I see the South kind of has a sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And a particular vibe. And I'm only speaking from a fan's point of view.
Right.
But yeah, I started noticing like, okay, like all these guys in the South, I started noticing like, okay, I see how y'all moving with y'all music. It sounded way different than how they were, moving in New York.
Yeah.
It sounded way different than what was going on the West. You know,
and anything that's birth gonna get a backlash if it's not pop culture. But we just didn't, they try to slam the door on the South for years. That's why we got it on lock now. You know what I'm saying?
But because see, before Andre and then what we had, Luke, the South
was
popping.
Yeah, for sure.
That was that Miami sound though. Yeah.
Miami had their own sound. That's that 2 Live Crew.
But we had like 95
it was that Miami
South.
bass. That's what it was called. That Miami bass.
Yep.
And we had like 95 South, I think, out of Atlanta. A couple tried to go take that trend too. But that was in Freaknik days.
Yeah.
Right.
Party days. It was the
party days. The early 90s party days. You know what I'm saying? So since we talk about competitive rap, what y'all think? We talked about what started it. So let's get up to date where we at now. So what y'all think about the Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole beef or the battle? Before we get to the Drake and Kendrick, what do y'all want? What do y'all feel about Kendrick and J. Cole first? Because J. Cole kind of just stepped away as some grown man stuff. Like, you know what I mean? We kind of like you said, we taught to compete. We programmed to compete. He's like, man, I don't want to down my brother. I salute him. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, I'm doing mine. I bow gracefully. So I got bigger things to do. What's your take on that, Nick?
J. Cole dope. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, North Carolina is a Bible Belt. J. Cole was sticking to his roots. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole J. Cole got good home training.
Yeah.
And, he was going to get a backlash for that because spectators, we were here to spectate. Oh, you just going to let that happen and you ain't going to do nothing? So, So he didn't want to entertain. So I respect it.
Yeah.
I do.
For sure.
Dominique at 44 respect it.
Yeah. Dominique at 22 would been like,
you gotta give respect. I got it.
Right. What about you,
How about you, Doc?
Oh man, I was actually out there.
Oh yeah,
you were out there when he
festival,
apologized.
I was out there, man, and being that I'm involved in culture shifting, violence prevention, conflict resolution, and things of that nature, I actually had the utmost respect for what he did because 2 things happened. One, he showed he can box a little bit.
Yeah.
He showed
we know he
box.
got it. Yeah.
It's a fact.
But I don't know if y'all ever been in a situation where you fought somebody and you thought later, like, man, I shouldn't even did that.
Oh yeah.
Like it's no win. You know what I'm saying? Even if I win, I don't win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have people that look up to you. You know what I'm saying? So you really just, it's a L all the way around. And so I think, man, that he really saw where this thing could go.
Yeah.
And he chose like I'm not gonna be a part of that, man. And at the end of the day, before Kendrick did what he did, your boy had love. J. Cole had love for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he called them the big three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was his thing. You know what I'm saying? And it also shows, man, like no matter how good somebody is, we all can be influenced negatively by certain people in our circles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he
for
said
sure.
that. He said, man, like his boys, you know what I'm saying? Like people were coming to him and like, man, you gonna let this slide? You gonna and he felt the pressure and he felt like boom, 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 I'm gonna put something together.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he submitted to his conscience, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really let his conscience guide him and said, nah, this is not me. This is not me.
Cole would have been one of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying he didn't win off controversy. Like all his wins have been off of his talent.
Right.
And so he wasn't gonna be a part of that.
And he got his own mind. To piggyback off that, he got his own mind. He'll be one of them niggas like Trey, what's his name? Trey from
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, like drop me off, man.
Yeah.
Drop me off. And you gotta respect it.
You got to.
Drop him off. He might got a little backlash, but like that's over with now. Ain't nobody thinking about
I'm glad he went that route.
I'm glad he went that route.
Yeah. And trying to engage with what the viewers and the public wanted, because it wouldn't have been him being himself. Like you said, that was him being him. And you got to respect that for that man at the end of the day. So I definitely agree. So skipping over, after that, we got the Kendrick Lamar and Drake now. So what do y'all feel about that?
Garbage.
Both? The whole battle itself? The whole beat?
Garbage.
West Coast rap. I mean, I can't relate to that shit.
You can't.
I fucks with Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, the game?
Nah, game.
Oh man.
Listen, I love Nipsey.
Yeah.
I love Nipsey.
Is it
I
the
love
culture
school.
or is the
I
way
love
they
Schoolboy
rhyme?
Q.
Is it
I mean,
understanding?
it's better. It's better now. But come on, besides NWA, the West Coast rap was trash back to us because we couldn't relate.
I see where you're coming from.
I'm not. Once again,
got you.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. But I kind of get where you're coming from to a degree, because you can't, if you cut on some music and they talking about West Coast stuff and we in the South and it's not aligning with the same things. But hell, that's how it was up north or the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Or other genres of music that we listen to.
But see, I always looked at rap over there, rapping in like Texas and Louisiana. I looked at their type of rap, even though it was different than what was going on the East Coast. I looked at it as lessons, like school lessons where I'm learning about their, you know what I'm saying, their region. You know what I'm saying? Through this music.
No, I see that too.
You know what I'm saying? So I never looked at it like, man, they don't rap the same, or they slower, or you know what I'm saying? Like they were rapping over, you know, funkadelic, you know what I'm saying? Funkadelic music. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that West Coast vibe.
Right.
Yeah, that George Clinton type shit.
All of that, you know what I'm saying? Boosie Collins and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely different, but man, like I really learned a lot. I haven't been to California, but I know most of what I know about California is from, you know what I'm saying, artists. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I like what you're saying, because that's it. That's a good point. But I like what Dominique's saying. I think is more so you couldn't ride to it. You couldn't rewrap the rhymes and relate to it like we could, like a Pac or somebody neutral. Because we was on the South and the East Coast. Man, you know what I'm saying? So it was one point in time where we was rapping all New York shit.
I was all on Snoop
especially
stuff.
in Greensboro.
I was on Snoop stuff too, though.
Tim's and everything.
Come on, bro. Like,
go ahead. What you say?
I was on Snoop stuff too.
Yeah, everybody was on Doggy Style.
So that's what I'm saying.
1992.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, Dr. Dre, Chronic.
That's a fact.
Anything Nate Dogg touched was hot.
Dogg,
yeah. That was soul music to me.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying with it's certain artists, but I get it, because it's kind of hard to relate at a certain age or era. But at the same time, it was always a lesson. It was always educational. Because like you say, if you ain't been there, that's the only way to see through that window. It's like, oh, let me tell you.
And like Doc said, it's all how you see it through your lens.
Yeah. And that's how it was with up north too. We couldn't really relate to some of the stuff they were saying, but we could to a certain degree.
Us as Greensboro, we jocked up north.
Bad to come up.
Bad.
Bad, boy.
Bad.
But I just felt like we was lost at a point of time. We didn't know where we were at, I guess.
We did.
We didn't know if it was the South or up north, because we in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying?
And it's not only North Carolina, see, it's Greensboro, because Greensboro is a college city. So it's basically a melting pot. Basically, it's a melting pot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got 5 or 6 different colleges with 6,000 different cultures
Most
coming
definitely.
into one. So an actually person from Greensboro, he might sound like he from New York. Another nigga from Greensboro might sound like he from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Another nigga from Greensboro might sound like he from LA because they never had their own identity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
And we had to find that.
So getting back to the beef,
Mhm.
what now? I know you said you don't really get with West Coast rap,
Well, let me rephrase
but
that.
what do you think about the?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to see like
It's just
that beef with
it was
Drake
just
and-
a bunch of cat in the hat shit when I was coming up. Besides NWA,
No, he talking about the beef with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. What is
I feel like Drake is untouchable. You got 20 rappers plus trying to
He
go
got
against one
ghostwriters,
dude.
though.
I don't think so. I mean, if he does, and
still got to deliver.
and if
No,
he
I
does,
mean, I get what you're saying,
and
but
if he
it's
has a
like,
ghostwriter,
is
that
that
means
hip-hop?
you ain't said that when somebody was writing Obama speeches.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
You got
That's
a
a
point.
fact.
I
You still
think I'm
got to
coming from
deliver.
more of the culture. I don't know, like we were just talking about freestyle battles and verses. It's like you want to come with it, but it's like, but I mean, he remember the hell out them rhymes though, and he can't nobody say it like he said.
Yeah,
So you
can't nobody
even-
say it
you
like he
can't even
said.
knock it.
Yeah,
Chris
so,
Brown,
yeah.
they write for R&B artists, so y'all
Yeah,
right.
everybody got everybody.
Yeah, I
you
feel
know,
you on that.
have writers.
I
and
feel you
shit.
on that. We got some comments,
Yep.
Short. All right, let's jump
Okay.
into it.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in to Conversations That Matter. Of course, we appreciate all the comments that are coming in. Dante Donnell
Man,
said,
before you even start, man,
Say
tell Antonio Covington, man, kill yourself, man. he talking about J. Cole letting the whole state down, man. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
it's okay. But we do appreciate your comment, Antonio.
What are you talking about?
Dante Donnell said, this should be good. Ashley Good says, hello, good people.
What up? What up? What up?
Ash, what's up?
Dante Donnell also says, definitely Condition, and before that, Dirty Dozen.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
He also said slaves picking on each other based on brutality.
Okay, yeah, it's Willie Lynch syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And I think that goes in hand with how conflicts and rap beef and
Right.
what you
Absolutely.
said
Yeah.
about that. He also says, and before that, the griot in Africa being the storyteller, oral history.
That's deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Tay went under the surface and dug deeper, and people don't like that. So yeah,
And he's also like, if you know him, you would know he's a hip hop head.
he's a historian
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
actually a
yeah,
hip hop
yeah.
historian.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He also says New York were gangsters, breakdance crews.
Yeah, I heard that too
True.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, "Well, them boys was live. They was, you know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
fact.
Like, they were about that."
You remember Turbo and Ozone?
Yeah,
Breakout,
that's what I'm saying,
breaking one,
yeah.
breaking two.
But they were real gangs. Like they
Niggas
really
had
were going
Jerry
in,
curls
though,
and
you know what
shit.
I mean?
Yeah,
They had a
I
cardboard
forgot
box.
about that. Yeah.
facts.
Jessica Robbins says, what are y'all thoughts on the commercialization of hip hop?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a business move. I think it's more to reach different markets. When they started commercializing the hip hop, I think it was more of labels or managers or you know what I mean? Not producers, but like the big dogs in the office. You know what I'm saying? And I think the actual artists took heed to what they was trying to do to expand their brand and just let it flow. You know what I'm saying? So now it's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Because look like the baby. That was my dude, but it just seemed like a lot of stuff he put out. He's still my guy. You know, he's Carolina all day, but it just seemed like a lot of stuff is commercialized more now. But when he dropped them freestyles, they killing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
I
right.
get it because he touching different markets. He in different countries. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all about catering to Carolina or catering to certain communities. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to be a bigger artist, you got to think outside the box. That's just like in anything else you do. So I don't really see nothing really wrong with it as long as you keep it your true foundation. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you know what I mean? Because some people look at Jay-Z as a commercial artist. You know what I'm saying? Some people still look at him as a lyrical artist. You know what I mean? And some people can't stand him.
And
you know what I mean?
Many will call a few a chosen. You only have a chosen few that could break that barrier to still be streets and commercial.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was one of them. Commercial is nothing but another word for mass media. Your shit is getting played in the airwaves. It's not underground. And one thing, when you're catering to the underground people, once you do branch off and go pop, they're going to turn their back on
Got a
you.
good one. Sexy Red. Commercial or hip hop?
She's
Yeah, she
commercial.
definitely
She's
commercialized.
commercial. She's mass media. She's a household. Commercial ain't, I'm a household name.
Yeah. And they know how to put you in their
Yeah,
face.
that's a
You know what
fact.
I'm
You got a
saying?
machine behind you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, to her question, I hate the hip hop being commercialized.
Yeah.
Because you look at like who are the main players in the whole equation and who are really pulling the strings. And to actually go commercial, you have to conduct yourself in your music a certain way. You know what I mean? Based on, you know, the
I know what you're
desires of the
saying.
ones who
90% of the
control
time.
Yeah.
90% of the time.
I'll probably say 98. I'll probably say 98 to be honest with you, man. I will say the ones who stay true to themselves never get that big break.
Yeah, they never get rich.
Yeah. See the other ones, man, I mean, they still getting pimped out too.
Yeah.
They still getting pimped out too. You know what I mean? Like if you really look at how everything is structured, like they the hoes. The artist is the hoes in the whole
that's a fact.
equation.
That's a
You know what
fact.
I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Everybody gets paid. If the hoe gets paid, everybody gets paid before them.
So basically, you're being famous, but you ain't getting no fortune.
But that's the thing.
Right.
Quest for the fame and some fortune has been greater for the money and control, because the money and control is a longer game, a tougher game, a higher hill to climb, but it has more reward because you actually control what's going on. I remember when Prince was battling the label for his name, and he went to the sign, you know, the symbol. They called him the symbol, and he started. He was like one of the first ones to go independent. He went independent, and he said, "I may not be first on the charts anymore because of the commercialization, him not being under that big, you know, umbrella of the big music corporations, but he was independent. He said, I may not be first on Billboard anymore, but I'm first at the bank."
And he has control of his own music.
Control, the money, the whole nine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything he made was going to him.
Everything, right.
You know what I'm saying? So we just kind of miss it, man.
I can dig that.
Yeah, we kind of miss it, man. And
so basically, that's what we mean by, oh, he sold out. Oh, he a sellout. Not saying per se,
no,
but oh, nigga, you went pop, you sold out.
In a sense, you end up selling out.
See, here's the thing with me. You got a duty, then you got a job. Okay, so my duty is to, you know, put on for my city. But see, when my duty become a job, now I'm working. Now I'm getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna talk. They talk shit about Jesus. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you're totally selling out. Like I say, you say 98% of the time. I agree with that. But your 2% is who? You got DMX. You can't say DMX was no commercial nigga. DMX, he went pop and was hard on the mass media. Jay-Z, Gucci Man, Jeezy, T.I.
Jay-Z is everything they wanted him to be.
Jay-Z promoted dope, bro.
Jay-Z is still everything they want him to be. Jay-Z is the same nigga that told Jermaine Dupri, nah, man, you should boycott and not do the Super Bowl joint, and then you make a deal with the Super Bowl
leaders. He's a Brooklyn nigga.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like Jay-Z is everything that they want him to be. Like he move exactly like the white people want him to move.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So he sold out.
We talking about his music though.
We
talking about reasonable doubt. We talking about reasonable doubt. We talking about Blueprint 1, 2, and 3.
I feel you for as a lyricist. I'm with you on that. But as far as a
I'm talking
businessman,
about the structure of the stuff that he puts out, man.
Yeah.
What he put out?
Bullshit.
As of lately,
I think as far as the business, I think he make more business moves.
Shit.
I don't think he for the culture. I don't think he for hip hop. My
He's
opinion.
for Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think from a business perspective, he's always been a hustler. You know what I'm saying? He just gifted and talented as a lyricist, but I just think he got his own. It's about him. He do his best in his interest. Which ain't nothing wrong with to a certain degree. But when you talk about the culture, then it becomes a problem because it's like don't sit up here in front for us like it's for the culture, but it's really for your pocket.
And you really lining yourself up.
Yeah. But you're right though. I
mean,
you can't take
I feel like I think everybody's kind of right and kind of
it's all subjective.
Okay, what about Tupac? What Pac do?
Tupac was legendary.
So the way that I
hold on now, be careful with your words about Pac now.
Yeah, he was legendary.
Whatever.
He was legendary to me.
Now, I'm always speaking from a fan's perspective. So Tupac, when I look at Tupac, it's like it makes me sad because he was one of the most talented,
educated
people, just but very educated. But beyond that, he had so much talent as a person. You know what I mean? Like Tupac is one of those few people that could have chosen any profession and probably have done well in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel as dope as that brother was, he didn't have to sell out to the thug, you know what I'm saying, the thug life.
You think he sold out to that? You think that was a persona? You think that wasn't him?
Bro, it's a choice. It's a choice that we all make at some point to say, you know what? Like I'm going to live up to everybody's expectations of me. People expect me to be a thug. People expect me to wild out. People expect me to not walk away. This nigga.
You're looking at the surface of Tupac.
Is in the casino. This nigga is in the casino fighting somebody else's fight, bro. The day before he died.
He was on a money high.
Bro.
He fucked up, but didn't nobody put a battery in his back.
Nigga, you call it a
That's
money
what
high.
saying that gangbang is what caught up with it.
Bro, I can look at a kid in the streets and see how he acting. I can say, man, you only doing this because they expect you to.
That's the kid, bro. We talking about Tupac.
Nigga, he was a kid.
Hold on, let's hear Dominique's side of it. What you trying to say? What this goes against?
Okay. Tupac. It's my favorite rapper of all time. You know,
clearly.
Right. So Tupac doesn't only have fans. Tupac has followers. You know what I'm saying? Mind of a soldier with the brain to teach a whole nation.
Right.
Me personally, I didn't respect Tupac for that thug shit. Tupac was like a mental medicine for me. Tupac made me feel like being broke was okay. And I embraced it being in the projects. I used to be scared. I used to be embarrassed in middle school walking because I got free lunch. So I kept 35 cents on me just so I could stop by the lunch line and buy a cookie, but it looked like I'm paying for my lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was a crackhead and shit like that. So when Pac talked about shit like that, you can say 10 things and you can talk to 10 motherfuckers. The 10 motherfuckers will tell you 10 different things about Pac. He's talking about only one thing about Pac. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know.
I talked about how talented he was, but
that's a gift.
But I want to also talk about how Pac went to, you know, in high school he went to a school of the arts, which he didn't talk about in his music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which he didn't encourage young boys to go to school.
It wasn't in his music, but did you read it? Did you read his?
So this one I'm saying to you though. This one I'm saying to you, Neek. Why wasn't him going to the school of the arts? Why wasn't him encouraging other kids to go to the school of the arts to really learn how to hone their talents and skills? Why wasn't any of that in his music? I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because the structure, the people up here who had the money didn't want him talking about that shit.
Nah, that ain't it.
And he was sold out to that life that everybody expected.
He definitely wasn't sold out. He was influenced. Listen, Pac been on oppression since the Black Panthers. Okay,
bro.
So listen, Pac was that concrete. He was that rose that made it out the concrete, right? That was Pac, right? So listen, so I grew up in check it out though. From my point of view, from my lenses, when we grew up, we was broke as shit. We couldn't relate to Biggie and them. They're saying we didn't like Biggie, but see, Pac was mental medicine for who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So Pac basically raised the fatherless child. Pac embraced us to like still love your mama regardless of whatever.
That's my whole point for a man to have.
So he talked about issues.
For a man to have that much influence, this is why.
And he was a kid,
bro. Absolutely. Totally agree with that. It would probably be different, reformed on a whole nother thing today. So I get that, but what I guess what I'm saying to you, bro, is, and this is what I share with my students that come here, because I know how influential barbers are. Barbers are like, you know what I'm saying, rappers and preachers and other influential people in our community. So one of the main things that I teach them coming in here, like, forget the Clippers, like, you have to be responsible with your influence. You have to be responsible with your influence. It's a lot of things that the culture is saying you should do, you should be, and decisions you should make, how you should look, and the whole nine. And I'm telling my students, bro, you got to be responsible, because it's gonna be somebody sitting in your chair, that you know what I'm saying. That,
But check
that,
this out,
that
Doc.
believes
But
in
stay
you.
right there. But let's
Yeah.
remember his age. He died at 25.
25.
He was a young brother, though.
Li-
You
So
know,
don't
I
hold
get
that
what you're
against
saying.
him.
To
Don't hold
grow
that-
older.
which is why I say he sold out.
He definitely didn't sell
Bro,
out.
this dude was in the School of the Arts. He's around. He went to high school with people that was
Like
a part
Jada
of a
Pinkett.
whole. That was a part of a whole nother culture, bro. Like this dude was culturally balanced.
I mean, I get
He
what
was
you're
really
saying.
culturally balanced. That's why he could act. He could do a whole bunch of other stuff.
Right,
he
right.
was culturally balanced. But what he showed y'all
And you speaking through the music.
was through the
Right.
music was
He's
thug
speaking
life.
through his lenses of the music.
He did not give y'all Tupac in totality, is what I'm saying. He gave y'all the thug life.
Go ahead, Ivy.
We gotta
Give it
push
up
for
for
the
IBG.
audience.
IBG in the building, y'all.
Hey.
Let me check. Testing. I'm here.
You good?
So I think that sometimes people get caught up on the words of what people are saying and they react to that instead of sometimes the point that needs to be made. And maybe not sold out, but he did what he needed to do to make the money that he needed to make, and to rise to the level of success of what he thought was going to get him in there, right? He didn't think that maybe talking about the fact that he was at the School of the Arts was going to allow the audience to still lift him up. Yet on that catch-22, I do understand that the message of it all is when you have that much power and that much influence, use it for good.
Here's the thing. He talked
Yeah.
about the School of Arts. They
But he
just didn't
talked
play it on
about
the
all that.
radio.
That's what I'm
They just
saying.
didn't play
Yeah,
it.
but
You
that-
never heard it, but he
in-
talked
in-
about
in
it.
his
Interviews, but
music,
you
in
in
his
interviews,
music.
but not in his music.
But see, but
No,
listen,
you got back
he
to
wrote-
Apocalypse.
Hero was
You
on
gotta
his
go back to some
exactly.
old
You got to
stuff.
go back
Before
to
he started the
Apocalypse.
game, before Juice, he was all political rap to me. I feel
Exactly.
like.
No, he
I
was.
feel
He
like.
was.
You
He
know what I'm
was. He
saying?
was.
To a degree. Yeah,
Listen,
I feel after Juice, I think
he
he
didn't-
went
he-
so,
he
and I
didn't- he
think the
didn't sell out.
Suge
He didn't sell out.
influence, the Suge influence, the Death Row influence. I think that's what Gene's talk. When he went that route, I think that's when it was no turning back. That's when it was just like he proving himself because he got that West Coast vibe. He wasn't even a gang banger, but dealing with gang members. You know what I'm saying? That's why they said he got killed because you stomping out a crib and you don't know the laws to you know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
What's going on
Okay.
in the city? So it catch up with you.
It's two
You know what I
things,
mean?
and it's two things. What I'm going to agree with you on this. When you are a heavy influencer, you are being an influencer, but you're being influenced by the people that you influence. Huh? Okay, so it's not it's not a sellout. But see, catch-22 to that is when you're around a bunch of ass kissers and nobody correcting you. See, it was dangerous. It was dangerous for him because he was around a whole bunch of ass kissers. People wanted his fame. People wanted his money. So he had nobody in his ear. And if he did, he shunned away from that. Because one thing about street glory, it's gonna be the death of a lot of niggas. So he got that street glory. He got high off that authority that he never grew up with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
feel where
that's
you're
what
coming
happened.
from.
So I don't think
Yeah.
he sold out. I really thought at the pivot moment of his life at 25 years old, if he could have lasted longer, we would have seen more
Seen
of
that
him.
growth. Yeah.
But yeah, but I respect what you're saying though, bro. For sure.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to the comments, Chewy.
And
Oh,
we
go ahead,
can,
go ahead.
but I want to end with this. I think we all have kind of been victim of other people's expectations.
And I'm talking about myself.
you know
See,
what I'm
Pac is a
saying? Me
reflection
too.
of who I am.
I've done
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta
Doc-
jump into the comments,
Okay,
fellas.
my
We gotta jump
fault.
into the
That
comments.
was
Go ahead,
good. That
Chewy.
was good, bro.
Okay, guys.
Real good.
So
Thank you,
Corey
fellas.
McCain says, I want to say this about us as a culture being conditioned to compete. We have to remember who runs many of the music and streaming labels, Jewish, European American, etc. This is why artists who have positive messages don't really sell as opposed to rap beef.
That's true. I can dig
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna get into the conscious rap next before we wrap it up. Go ahead. Thank you, Corey.
Mike Patrick says Southern hip hop. Dante Donnell says the South got something to say.
Hey,
Antonio Covington says shout out Carolina Cocoa Kid.
already, legendary.
That ain't my name.
That's
Corey
our
McCann-
own.
Corey McCann says I think the Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake beef was more so commercialization and for sales. Just my take.
Which is a good thing, I
That's
guess.
a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't totally disagree, but I just really think like Kendrick was just kind of in his feelings, and he, you know, what I'm saying
It was
like,
a strategic move.
Yeah,
you
I
know
think
what I'm
it was.
saying?
He knew what he was doing. I think
He been a sleeping beauty for about 2-3 years, and it was like, listen, I need to catch a wave, so I'm about to go at this dude, or whatever the case may be. J. Cole didn't fall for it, and Drake
Yeah,
fell
yeah.
for it.
Antonio Covington says J. Cole let NC down.
Man, go
Hey,
ahead.
bring your ass up here, man.
Go ahead.
Hey,
man.
see.
All right, y'all. Oh, and just on that point, the doors are always open. Y'all know we are at Prestige. Holla at us.
Yeah.
Dante Donnell says J. Cole wrote about Kendrick, so he had the thought there. And he outed on Wax and called the mixtape Might Delete Later.
Yeah.
Yes. LeVar Origin Simpson says
LeVar.
Kings.
He said, "What? My
Peace
bad."
Kings.
Oh, peace, brother.
Peace.
Corey McCann says, thank you, Gene. And personally, it pains me when I saw and still see grown men that were down in J. Cole, knowing good and well Tupac and Biggie lost their lives behind that foolishness.
Absolutely.
Everything doesn't merit an entertained response.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yes.
Exactly.
And if I'm not mistaken, Drake's beef and their beef ended in gunfire as well.
It's a lot of rap beef, but
Who?
you got the
Kendrick?
Drake,
the stars.
And Kendrick,
it's
somebody
the-
got shot.
His house got
Yeah,
shot
for
up.
sure.
Who else?
And in Canada, yeah.
Drake house got shot up.
Yes, a
Mhm.
lot.
Ain't no
of-
telling who
yeah.
did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just
He
it was
got
just
shot.
It's
it was
out
just
of
too much,
control.
and it was
Yeah.
whack.
Yeah.
Like it was mad whack.
But you got the Young Dolph and the Memphis situation with
Yes.
Gotti brother and all. We don't know who was who,
Rest in
but
peace, Dolph.
Yeah, but that was to me that wasn't rap beef. That
No,
was
yeah.
that was street
personal,
beef.
beef.
That just
carried
it was
over to
played out
the
in
music.
in
right.
lyrics. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
And
you
this is the
right.
difference. And
You
people
right.
don't always understand the difference between, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like street beef with rappers versus rappers.
And they give raps a
with
bad
beef.
name. So yeah.
Absolutely.
You're
Absolutely.
right, Gene. You're right, Doc.
100%. Dante Donnell says if Dante Wilder, Dustin Poirier would have took his gloves off during combat last night, he would have been shamed.
Who said
He
that?
would be
Dante.
shamed. Dante Donnell.
Dante, that goes back to being around a bunch of ass kissers. When you're around a bunch of ass kissers, that reality check cash a little different when you're around a bunch of ass kissers. When you like, yo, you can do it, they put a battery in your back. Then when it's time to cash that reality check,
You got to cash that bitch.
that shit bounce on your ass,
Yeah.
bro. So yeah, somebody won't tell them what they supposed to
Insufficient
tell them.
funds.
Right.
Jessica Robbins says, I love West Coast music as well. I actually like all genres of music. Dante Donnell says, West Coast was corny till the game for me.
Facts.
Oh, man. What? Over NWA, Dr. Dre, Snoop
Well,
Dogg?
no. It wasn't. But I see what he's saying. I see what Dante's saying. But Game took after the Locks. Game was the first West Coast rapper that had an East Coast flow.
Yeah, I give him that.
Correct.
I give him that.
Come on,
I
baby.
give him that.
Come
Yeah,
on.
he
So-
was an
so-
East Coast,
so-
West
so
Coast type
basically,
nigga.
it was
He was, and they
basically-
fit with the right group.
Right,
With G Unit, that was a good
right,
move.
right.
But
You know?
but if you look at some of the artists, hip hop artists that he idolized, they were
Yeah, they was
East
New
East
York.
Coast.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
East Coast. Yeah, he was definitely a Locks fan. He tell you himself, like he got his whole game, his style, his lyrics from the Locks.
Yeah, I believe it. Go ahead, Chewy.
LeVar Origin
Yeah.
Simpson says, true, the game did break the ice far as lyrical for the East Coast listeners of rap, Dante Donnell. He was replying to him. My apologies.
Yeah.
Travis Gilmore says, what's good, my people? Love
Trey,
y'all.
what up, brother?
Trap, what up, though?
He also says, just give me my orchestra music.
Uh,
He said instrumentals on his end. He also said that's why they killed Prince. What's your thoughts about that?
We know somebody
I'm no
did.
conspiracy theorist. I think Prince OD'd off perks.
Yes,
I think
Yeah.
something was up with it. I don't know too much on the,
Yeah,
on
I
the
really
story.
don't. I don't get into conspiracy theories that much.
Yeah.
Stay
Well,
away.
sometimes it's more to it than what we get.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah, they
Nah,
gonna,
that's a
you
fact.
know, media.
Still trying to figure out Sam Cooke's situation on
Right,
on the
right.
rim
All the way
and
back in
this
them
other
days.
stuff. So
Yeah.
you know, it's all.
Sitting on the
Sometimes
dock
it's
of the
more
bed.
than what they
Yeah.
what they give us.
In that hotel room.
I
Okay.
agree.
Travis Gilmore also says, please share the live. Thank you for that, Travis.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Wendy Armstrong says, I agree with Gene Blackman about Tupac. My only rebuttal was that Tupac was rapping about his life and his experiences.
And what he's saying as well. Not
Except
everything he
for him
experienced.
being in school, except for him being in performing arts school and some other amazing things that he had the opportunity to see.
I don't think nobody would have listened to art school.
Well, he
music. You know what I
definitely
mean?
has
Like,
lyrics about.
that's my whole point though.
Was he saying it in interviews
So-
or like in
course
No,
he
he,
was.
no, he was talking about it in interviews. He definitely was. Like he was very
you speaking of the
transparent
music
about his
itself,
life.
if you're gonna say
I'm-
about
Everybody doesn't have the opportunity to listen to his interviews. You know what I'm saying? But they were spinning his music like crazy.
But if you writing 10,000 songs in 1 year, you ain't gonna get all 10,000 songs played.
and the ones that got played and the ones that he actually portrayed an image of was the thug life stuff, bro.
Okay.
Like let's
Go ahead,
let's
No, I got you.
all right, I'm sorry.
All good. Travis Gilmore says, "Boy, y'all done started something with Tupac."
That's right. Well, I'm saying you can argue for days about everybody.
But
got
he
their
was
own
a
opinion,
beast,
you know
man.
what I
Like
mean?
he was
it's a
truly a
debate.
beast.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Wendy Armstrong says, "Now that's true, Gene Blackman. I agree. He could have added those great things in his rap."
It'd have been
I respect
encouraging.
that.
It'd have been encouraging.
And so we caught up on the comments, but I do have a question for y'all, and I want to take it back to Sexy Red. So what do y'all feel about them or Sexy Red as a person who now they're saying you can't go anywhere without hearing a Sexy Red song. If you turn on the radio, she's on the radio. Do you feel like that people like her are pushed out to our community purposely to control the narrative of our culture?
Yes.
Yeah, to a degree. Yeah.
Who am I to judge, man? So no, I don't think so. I think Sexy Red was already made. You know, she was already Sexy Red before we met her. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't pulled out of no Catholic school and made up. Sexy Red was already Sexy Red. And
Well,
she's
so let me ask you this though. That's a good point, but let me ask you this. Do you think that Sexy Red is a skillful, and this is just your thought, is a skillful rapper?
I don't think half of these motherfuckers skillful now. So no, I don't think so.
Exactly. So in your thoughts, why do you believe she got a deal?
She got a deal because, you know what I'm saying, she was easily to work with and to be told what to do. But hold on.
That goes to the question that she asked.
Okay, and what was that?
That's what she's saying. Did they find her and put her out there to cater to our community? Like, oh, we got us one. Let's put her in our faces. We're gonna give her the music. We're gonna give her the songs. We're gonna put this image on her.
Here's the thing.
You know,
I know we
but
gotta
like I said, I think Sexy Red was Sexy Red before we met her. It's just they knew how to pick her.
Well, yeah,
now, I don't know the story
she was,
come up.
She was appealing. She was appealing. When I say appealing, I didn't say easy on the eye appealing. But she was unadulterated. She was liberated. She ain't give a fuck. As soon as she start giving a fuck, she gonna lose everything. That's my word. And they know what was appealing to. The higher ups know what's going to be appealing to the powers that be into the streets.
Yeah.
Because we really run this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Those are the comments.
All right.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all's engagement.
Before we wrap it up, I do want to speak a little bit on conscious rap because Gene, I know you're a big Nas fan. I'm a big Nas fan. I think everybody respect and love Nas. But what do y'all think is the difference between conscious rap and the music that's out these days? And you know, we got to be mindful of our generation is older and the youth and the mainstream radio is playing more. I think more music that's catering to the youth than us. You know what I'm saying? As far as your main radio stations or streams or whatever. So what do y'all think about conscious rap versus today's rap? Or is it still conscious rap in today's music?
It's definitely outnumbered. I can just say that conscious rap is definitely outnumbered by the masses.
Give me your top 2 conscious artists.
I like De La Soul.
Yeah. To this day, you still rocking with
like
De La Soul.
Yeah. And my other one would be Nas.
Nas. Yeah. I like Nas in Common for sure. How about you, Jane?
Shit, I like them all, really, man, because they saying something to me. You know what I mean? So they all feed me in some type of way. But I look at Nas. It's kind of hard to label Nas as a conscious rapper.
I could dig it.
I look at him as a rapper who have conscious moments. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell he reflects a lot. But he lost his way he'll lose his way from time to time, make Uchiwala and, you know what I'm saying, some crazy stuff. But you could tell he always reflect and he comes back to, you know what I'm saying, like a conscious place and it plays out in his music, which is the slight issue that I had with Tupac, because I felt like Tupac could have, you know what I'm saying, like been that same type, but on a higher level because of his level of influence. But it's not, conscious rap is not commercialized. It's not really supported. And now, because it's not commercialized and it's not supported, new artists don't care, you know what I'm saying, to come with that. Because it's, you basically
it's
they go with what's gonna sell.
Yeah, because America loves sex, drugs, money, and violence.
Yeah. And conversations that matter.
And conversations that matter.
Right. And conversations that matter, damn right. But which is what I label as selling out. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, like she was saying, maybe it was the way I was saying it, or words that I'm using. But I feel like we all sell out to something. You know what I'm saying? To something. I sold out to barber life. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And so I feel like some people, man, like when they make that decision, I'm going to do what brings in the money, then I feel like, okay, that's what they sold out to. When somebody say, I'm going to make music based on feeding my people, you know what I'm saying, something to think about, then that's what they sold out to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we all sell out to something.
I agree.
That's right. That's right.
That's good right there, Doc.
All right, man. Thank y'all. We got any more comments before we
We
wrap?
do have a few more comments.
And then we're gonna give our last final thoughts and let
Right.
IVG take us up out of here.
Gio.
Hey, so Wendy Armstrong says, "Who is Sexy Red? I'm so sorry. What does she sing or rap?
Wendy,
I'm so
it's
out
you,
of the
Wendy.
rap
Love
game."
is you, Wendy. Sexy Red.
Wendy, sometimes you just got
to
the
Wendy, man.
Go with the
Yeah,
flow.
sometimes Wendy, sometimes you just got the Google. Like you can't be on live talking about.
No, we need more Wendy Armstrongs because
I
she
got
in her
you,
lane.
Wendy.
She
Super
47.
Super
She
fact,
she
super
should
fact.
know about Sexy Red at 47.
Yes,
Super
absolutely.
I mean, excuse me for telling your age.
Just don't Google it, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Love you, Wendy.
Love you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy.
Chess Move says, "Facts, Nico."
Chess moves. What up,
Big
Tone?
dog.
All right.
Dog bite.
What up? What up? What up?
Travis Gilmore says, "Tribe Called Quest." I like T.I.'s son too.
No
That
doubt.
boy is fire.
I mean,
Yes.
say.
And I do definitely say I like T.I.'s son too.
Shout out
Y'all
to
listen to him.
Oh yeah,
Smash,
and Jungle
smash.
Brothers, man, like they
Oh,
were
facts.
putting it down back in the day too.
Yeah.
Jungle Brothers, you can't forget about
some
them.
facts.
Yes, yes.
EPMD,
Wendy Armstrong says, "I like Outkast." That's a good one.
Public Enemy.
Public
Rock
Enemy. Yeah.
Fitness says,
Silk D.
"I like that Gene." Wendy Armstrong says, "I'm 45." Period. Wendy.
I'm so sorry, Wendy. I'm so sorry.
And she says, "I love you," and she also is laughing as
I
well.
love you as well.
Yes.
Who
Those
your
are our
favorite
comments.
artist, Wendy? That's a good one to know.
Yeah, Wendy, who's your favorite
Probably gonna be a
artist?
gospel artist.
Yeah, give us your favorite hip hop artist, Wendy.
And
Salt
we
and
talked a lot
Pepper Hill.
about the men tonight, but we have yet to talk about women in hip hop, such as Lauryn Hill.
Well, we ran out of
Queen
time.
Latifah.
Sorry for that. We can do a part two.
Yeah.
We'll definitely
I
do a
just want
part
to
two.
throw
We
that
ran
out
out of
there.
time for the women
It's
today.
some
Sorry,
very
ladies.
Two next week.
good
Part
ladies
two.
in hip hop. Yeah.
I like this conversation. Do y'all want part two? Put it in the comments. I like, because Gene didn't say half of what he wanted to say, and Deke didn't say half of what he wanted to say, and I still got a list of questions. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, we can do a part two. What you think, Ivy Jeezy?
Sounds like part 2 material to me.
Hey.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Give us your final thought though before we wrap it up.
All right, I heard a amazing message today while I was in church, and the pastor said that it is okay to have feelings, yet it's not okay to let your feelings have you.
Come on now.
Okay.
Preach.
So as you all are staying consistent and staying true to everything you're growing through, y'all know how I like to say growing,
Right. Preach.
that keep this feeling, keep this energy going. Don't let it get the best of you, because these conversations truly matter, and it is something special to witness. Y'all keep putting on for your city. Keep doing this each and every Sunday. Y'all can catch Conversations That Matter, 5 p.m. Prestige Barber College on Phillips Avenue. Y'all better check these fellas out. Y'all
Yeah.
go support them,
Yeah.
and definitely share this live.
That's right. That's
that,
right.
bro.
Thank you, Ivy
Appreciate
Jeezy.
you.
That's right. We thank y'all for tuning in, man. And we're gonna pull over part 2 next week if it's cool. All
I
right.
do want
I'm
to
with
say
it.
Wendy did respond to your question about her favorite artists. It is Jill Scott, Erica Bahari, and Chrisette Michelle.
Well, we were saying hip hop, Wendy. We were saying hip hop.
Don't do that.
It's
He
okay,
says
Wendy.
specific.
I love
Wendy's
you,
already-
Wendy.
That's
Wendy is
hip hop as
45.
well.
I
though.
love you,
That's
Wendy.
hip hop as well.
She
still
That's
wanna
hip
hip hop,
hop.
though.
That's hip hop. That's hip hop.
Yes, and
That's what's
Valerie
up.
Newkirk definitely wants a part 2.
I'm gonna sing you Sexy Red new song, Wendy.
It's sexy.
Get it?
She won't last through it like 5
She won't last
seconds.
through
She's gonna be like, no.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Before we get out of here, man, we got to celebrate my dog, man. Congratulations, man. We proud of you, man. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We proud of you. Appreciate
Proud of
you.
you.
Much love and
Congratulations,
respect,
bro.
man, on doing your thug thizzle yesterday. My brother did his one, too.
For sure.
Shout out to Keidra and Coleman, man, and Dr. Gene Blackman, man. It's a wonderful, it was a wonderful event. It was a wonderful engagement. I thank you for the invite. I thank you for allowing me to be a part of it, man. I'm super proud of you, man. You've been my mentor for a while now, and just to see you walk in those shoes was just a beautiful thing. and a blessing to see you move in that direction, man, for both of y'all. So I'm excited to see what God got for y'all and what the future holds for y'all, man. But I'm definitely celebrating y'all all week, man, because I'm proud of you, my brother. I never thought I'd see this day again. That's what's up, man.
God is awesome.
We had a good time yesterday. Shout out to everybody. You want to give some shout outs and thank yous to people that was involved, or just everybody?
Man, I'll be here all day, man.
Right.
But I just appreciate everybody who has been in support of Keedron and myself relationship.
Yeah.
Like from day one, man, Greensboro has embraced her. You know what I'm saying, and have treated her, very, very well.
Yeah.
And all of her friends have been wonderful to me. So it's been easy for us to blend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I appreciate everybody who has supported us one way or another. Man, we just can't thank y'all enough, man. And we're going to keep rocking out. You know?
I'm excited, man. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
I'm just excited, man. Well, I'm always giving Miss flowers. I looked up to her. I look up to you, man. You already know that you my brother, my confidant. You my motivator when I need to be motivated. You my inspirer when I need to be inspired. You're my counselor when I need to be counseled, man. So, and I just laid the life. Words couldn't even describe. So, I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. And I'm salute, bro, to you and Keedron.
Hey,
That's
man,
right.
I appreciate it, man.
Before I pass the mic, they said you next, Nick. They said you next.
I'm about to resign.
Hey, man. Hey, look, hey, seriously, man. When I first met her, honestly, or let me say before I met her, like I was like, man, I had a bad marriage. I got out of that, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna be pimping. You know what I'm saying? Till I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like I can't see myself being serious with anyone again. You know what I mean? And then I met her, and she and I was supposed to just just be fun, hang out, and have a good time. And the more we were hanging out, the more we didn't want to stop hanging out. You know what I mean? And then I just began to really, really see her soul.
Yeah.
And then we just really locked in and said we're gonna do this thing, man. So it's crazy how 2 years ago I couldn't see myself being with anyone. And it's like now, I really can't see myself being without her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Give it up for my brother.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Hey, that touched me right there.
Right.
Real,
but
bro.
do me a favor before we wrap. Enlighten people in that, because a lot of people deal with that. After a divorce, after a hard breakup, they just feel like I'm over dudes, I'm over women. I don't want to date no more. I don't want to get married. I don't want to be that serious. But can you share a little light on that and what opened your eyes up? And I know it was the person, of course, but what kept you optimistic? What kept you an open mind to even be like, you know what, maybe this is a blessing, and let me go ahead and take the step with this one.
So I don't want to mislead anyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because honestly, like I was done. Like even when I first met her, it was kind of like we gonna have fun. I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone every day. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, like have to see somebody all the time. Like let's just have fun. Let's just rock. That was my state of mind, because it was the safest place for me. Because when I was in that marriage, I invested my heart, and it got, you know what I'm saying, it got stumped on. So me doing my thing and creating barriers and boundaries, you know what I'm saying, like made it safe for me. But what happened was the connection was so dope. You know what I mean? The connection was just so dope that like I wanted more.
Yeah.
I wanted more of her.
Wanted more.
More of her.
I want that.
More of her. You know what I mean?
More.
No, seriously, bro. Like, I mean, it's crazy, man, because she's so amazing, man, and one of the most supportive people, you know what I'm saying, I've dated. And I've had some support. You know what I'm saying? I've been, blessed enough to have some support, but like she really supports me. She leads from the back. She really makes me look amazing when it comes to business and a lot of other things. But then she's a sweetheart. You know what I mean? And my kids love her.
Oh, they were speaking highly of her yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm telling you, man.
They were crying.
Man,
like that. Yeah, it was real.
She's so dope, man. She's really, really thoughtful, man. Like it was nothing for me. Like when we were, before we moved in together, when we were dating, it was nothing for me to, hear my Cash App go off and she say, "Look, lunch on me for the day."
What?
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah,
like, no, I'm
that's
just
what-
saying, like, she was just
That's
that.
real.
She
That's
was
what
just
I'm
that
talking
type,
about.
and it
real.
was
Yeah.
genuine. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't a game trying
Trying to get
you know,
in
trying
it,
to get me. Like, it was like she genuinely wanted to make sure, you know what I'm saying, I was good. Or she would just have lunch DoorDash to me, and it was just like, I'm so used to takers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people in my life, like, they lean on
What can
me,
you
or
do
they,
for me?
they just
Yeah.
they drain
Drain
and they take.
you.
She
Yeah.
poured into me.
That's what it's
You
all
know what I'm
about.
saying?
And
She
you definitely
pours
pour into her
Yeah,
too.
that's a fact.
Yeah,
And I see
yeah,
that.
yeah,
He's a
yeah,
great,
yeah.
great.
So I'm proud of
man.
you, baby.
So yeah,
I'm
so
proud of you.
it was a no brainer for me, man.
Yeah,
You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying?
All
It
right,
was a
Nick,
no
how about
brainer
you?
for me.
Yeah, man. I mean,
It's a joke. It's a joke.
No,
It's a joke.
no. I was just saying, like, he just looked like he got a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, for
man.
sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He looked like he got a breath of fresh skin, full of oxygen.
Come on
You
now.
know what I'm saying?
Head shave.
Yeah.
Let
He
it
just looked like he got a breath
moisturize,
of fresh air,
boy.
man.
He looking tender.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's what's up,
For
man.
sure,
That's
man.
what's up.
For sure.
Yeah, so we thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll catch y'all next week, man. Same time, same place. I'm your main man, William Hussey 365.
I'm
Gene Blackman.
Big 22, Dominique Davis.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
We hope y'all enjoy the show. Catch us next week for part 2. And it's just like this.